Welcome back to Easily Explained, where today we will be talking about ER and IR verbs in the preterite tense. So let's get started. Recall that the preterite tense expresses something that happened at a particular time in the past. In the last video, we talked about AR verbs. Now we're going to be conjugating ER and IR verbs, but lucky for you, there's only one conjugation chart for both ER and IR verbs, so we don't have two separate charts. It's just the same one. Quick reminder of your subject pronouns: yo, tú, él, ella, usted, nosotros, or nosotras, vosotros, or vosotras, ellos, ellas, and ustedes. The conjugation chart for both ER and IR verbs is as follows: y, iste, yo, imos, istéis, yeron. And also remember that even though it's not as important, I guess you could say, to have an accent, because you do have an extra letter that signifies it, but it is still there, so remember where to put your accents. And this is for both ER and IR verbs. So if we wanted to conjugate the verb comer, which is an ER verb, we would use this chart. We would say, yo comí, tú comiste, él, ella, usted comió, nosotros comimos. So this, with an ER verb, you would be able to tell if it's nosotros comimos. If it's the imos, then you could easily tell. You wouldn't even need a signal word or a trigger word for the past tense, because in present tense it's just comemos. But with IR verbs, you will still need that word to signify that it is preterite. Then we have comisteis and comieron for and ER verb. Alright, now let's do one IR verb. Let's do the verb escribir, which means to write. Comer, by the way, is to eat. Alright, escribir, to write. Yo escribí. Tú escribiste. Él, ella, usted escribió. Nosotros escribimos. So with an IR verb, you would need that signal word since it's the same in the preterite and the past. Vosotros escribisteis. And lastly, ellos, ellas, ustedes escribieron. So now you have your chart for AR verbs, ER and IR verbs. So basically we've covered mostly everything in the preterite tense other than irregular verbs, which will be the next video. And yeah, those are very important as well, since there's many common verbs and they aren't conjugated in the normal way. And now for practice, in the same way as the AR practice, the first two exercises, you're just going to write out the full conjugation chart for the verb given. Number 1 is recibir, to receive. Number 2 is beber, to drink. For 3 and 4, the subject pronoun is given and the verb is also given in parentheses, and you conjugate that verb with the subject pronoun that's given. So pause the video now and get started on the practice. Alright, number 1. Recibir. We are going to conjugate all of the subject pronouns basically, so we're writing a conjugation chart. Yo recibí with the accent. Tú recibiste. Again, all conjugating is still the same process. There's just different conjugation charts for different tenses and different subject pronouns. So the way I still do it is to take out the IR and then add in my correct ending. But the endings themselves are different. Otherwise, there would be no differentiation. Él, ella, usted recibió. Nosotros recibimos. Vosotros recibisteis. Ellos, ellas, ustedes recibieron. And we're doing the same exact thing for the verb beber. So it should look something like that. Y, iste, yo, imos, estéis, eran, for all of them. Alright, number 3. Yo, we have to conjugate meter un gol ayer. Alright, so ER verb, we're going to take off the ER, just like we did in this one. Add in the yo form ending, which is the I but conjugated. So it looks something like that. And this means that I scored a goal yesterday. It happened in a definitive time in the past, which is why I can use the preterite tense. And number 4, the last one, Maria. So we're going to use the conjugation of the subject pronoun ella or el, ella, usted. And the verb we're conjugating is comer. Take out the ER. Comió. Maria comió pizza. This one's pretty easy. Maria ate pizza. Congratulations, you're now an expert at ER and IR verbs in the preterite tense. We hope this video really helped, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!